This is the UTO show, and my name is Cliff Alexander, and we're going to be looking at Camtasia 9. Over the next few videos, we're going to be just touching on a few things, and in Camtasia 9, what you want to go ahead and start doing is either A, you want to go ahead and start a new project. This means if you have a bunch of videos already compiled and you want to go ahead and start editing them together, I would go ahead and click on New Project. That's going to open up Camtasia. And here, so say for instance, you get your project open, you're ready to go, and then you're like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and record something anyways. Go ahead and click the record button. What it'll do is it'll automatically shut down your screen. It'll start recording. It'll put a record box just like this one onto the screen, and then what you do is you have this cutout. And what this is, and I just moved the box off the screen, but it's okay. Let me show you what I'm just talking about here. This box right here. Now, what this will do is, of course, it will capture. You can go ahead and capture your screen, or you can customize it, like this right here that you're seeing, this little cutout right here. You can make it as big or as small as you want. And then, of course, that will automatically push this off the screen. That's why it keeps on jumping off there. But, okay, I'll show you a couple other things. You can turn on your camera if you already have a camera plugged in, and it will give you a quick hello, and you can see everything you need to see. Now, this one right here, this is the audio on and off. And I'm just going to go ahead and click that on. And, of course, you're going to see my audio bar right there. And what I'm going to say is you usually want to have this up in this area right there. And the reason why you're seeing it down here, I believe, and we're going to click on the down arrow, yep, you're going off of the camera mic. You don't want to go off the camera mic. You would want to go off of a headset mic. Like I personally have a Logitech USB headset. I click on there, and then boom, you see that I'm right into that area. Hello, and okay, so right there. And then finally, if you want to record any kind of things off of your system, so say for instance you're in YouTube, you want to record a video within a video, go ahead and click on that right there, and that will go ahead and cause your audio system to record. In the options right here, we're going to go ahead and just touch on the options real quick. You usually don't have to change anything in here because the defaults is perfectly fine, especially if you already set your options out here. You don't usually have to go in here unless you want to change a couple small things like hotkeys. If you want to change it where it will record a pause, or if you want to set a certain hotkey to a certain program, to a certain setting, that's where you put it in right in here. Then program, it'll show tooltips if you need, if you want to capture windows, capture as a layered windows and whatnot. And what that means is if I go ahead and I record a little bit, and when I hit OK, when I bring it into the system, it'll make it a separate separate track. And we'll pick that up in our next video. Now, on to Chris Lee, Casey Davis, and Jason Ninos. This has been Cliff Alexander. You can find me at CALEX7 at asu.edu if you have any other questions or comments. You have a good day.
So, Jason, what you got going on this week?
So this week we're going to talk about a way you can get some formative assessment from your students without having them having to do clickers and get some conversation going on in class. And today we're talking about Poll Everywhere. It's a nice tool. You can get it free through polleverywhere.com. And the nice thing about that is it embeds right into either PowerPoint or Google Slides. So you build your poll, you put it into your presentation, and then students can either respond with their cell phones on the computer, and you get formative assessment built right into your presentation. And then on my back end, I can see the results right away. But then if I have open-ended questions, I can log into my account and see the results go back and examine them later. So right here is an examination of one of the questions I gave, talking about what technology is. You know, someone says useful, technology advancements to make our lives easier, technology makes life innovative, simple and innovative. And so those are the responses look like on the internal software for it. And then this is what it looks like when you build it. You have, this is over here is Google Drive, and so it's built right into my presentation. It adds just a little menu item here, and I can say insert new poll. And then these are the options I have in order to build my poll questions. So a bunch of different options I can utilize. So then when I present, it comes up, it becomes active, and then students can go to that address and respond either on their phone or text to that number, or just go on a computer and respond with that. And these are loading obviously old responses, but as they come in, you can see the new responses and use that as discussion points in your presentation.
Now that was really cool. Now my next question, Jay, is how do people get a hold of you so they can get more information on this great technology?
So you can reach out to my email at jason.enos@asu.edu, or if you want help from us in general, you can go to links.asu.blah, blah, blah, blah. You can always go to our website, links.asu.edu/UTO training.
Casey, what do we got going on this week?
All right, this week's quick tip has to do with Excel and printing. I mean, how many times have we sent something from Excel to print only to get mounds of blank workbooks? And it's just unnerving. And especially in a way so that we can have a more green office, here's a quick tip on how to save paper and your sanity when working with Excel. So I have an Excel workbook pulled up right here, Cliff, and let's say I want to go and print it. So when I go to the print command, I go down here to my settings, and you'll notice in 2016 it automatically defaults to print active sheets, but in the drop-down menu I can print the entire workbook if I want to, or just a certain selection. You always want to make sure it's on print active sheets, and always both sides. Save on paper there, and then you send it to your printer and you're ready to go. And that will save a lot of frustration and teeth gnashing when you print your Excel workbooks. Until next week, ASU, be techie.
And Casey, how do people get a hold of you?
Excellent question. Email is the best way. My ASU email is Casey, that's CASEY, .davis.1, as in the number one, because there can be only one, at asu.edu.
Very good. See you next week.
All right. Thank you, Cliff.
Hey, Chris, what's going on?
All right. Well, I'm busy working right now on coming up with some training on a thing called Power Query, part of Excel's rollout. It used to be an add-on that needed to be done, but now it's basically called Get and Transform. And it's part of the 2016 Microsoft Excel suite. And so what we're working on is some training in business analytics to help people utilize that here at ASU for their reporting, for their data analysis, and try to help them cut a couple steps. And so we're in the process of rolling it out. So looking forward to doing that and helping people be able to truncate some of their work in getting the data and cleaning it and being able to do proper data analysis.
And Chris, how do people get a hold of you?
Easiest way is via email here at ASU, and you can reach me at cnlee5@asu.edu.
Sounds good. Talk to you next week.
All right.